So Ben, Spirited Drives and Unreliable Cars, and we are driving out once again to James Thompson over there at A-Series Northwest, and today's kind of a big deal. I have done videos, it's been a while. My other Mini, you guys see Stanley a lot, the black Mini I'm in right now, but my other Mini that I've actually had longer, Humphrey as we call him, my green 1967 Estate. It was the second Mini I ever purchased, and I'm not going to go through the whole story again, but the short version, we had to sell them in order to come up with some really fast emergency money for a crisis we were having with my co-pilot back here, little Tristan. Hey, say hi, Tristan. And ended up buying him back a couple of years later. So, unlike this Mini, Stanley, which has the 1275, my 67 Estate, very pretty car, had what I consider to be the boat anchor 850. The purist would say that's what it came with, yay, and that's usually me, but in this case, the car just will not get out of its own way. I mean, I've actually had to have people get out so that I could climb a hill. I'm not kidding. So 2 years ago, we were doing an event with him up in McCall, Idaho, and the electrical system went out on it. He was already starting to kind of smoke a little bit, and I said, all right, I think we're at the end of the line here. And he went over to James Thompson's, and James is very busy. He's got a lot of Minis backed up, so it was understood that he was in line, but it was going to be a while. So today's the day. Humphrey now has a 1275. I believe it's actually punched out or poured out just a little bit. And I may not be showing it because I'm still kind of just in utter shock and disbelief after seeing some of the pictures, in a good way, that James has sent me of the car. Yeah, I'm really excited to see him, and more importantly, to see the new Humphrey, the way he drives. I've always been kind of a fanatic of really clean, pretty, tidy engines, and the pictures that James sent, as usual, he not only met, but he exceeded all expectations. So, Tristan, should we head over and see James and take a look at the green Mini? Yes. All right, let's go. All right, moment of truth. He's still pretty on the outside, but the boat anchor 850 is no more. James, what have you done? What's underneath there?
So now we have an A-Series 1275 with 11-to-1 compression and a 266 cam with an 1.75" SU carburetor and a 4-synchro, used to be remote gearbox and now adapted to the magic wand.
Yeah, and that was interesting. When you first started doing this, I know we were talking about drilling holes and putting in the remote, and you said that you had a way to keep the magic wand. So that's pretty cool.
Yep, you just have to switch the tail shafts, and if you're lucky enough that the castings are close enough, then you can switch it out without too much issue.
And you did it.
Yeah, I did it. So it also has a modern 344 differential with pot joint axles instead of the yoke axles.
It's nice and strong and sturdy.
A little bit of an upgrade too.
Well, I'm super excited. I can't handle it. Let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, look at that. That is what I love. Look how clean that is. That's gorgeous.
turned out really nice.
It came out just, honestly, this has exceeded all expectations in every way.
Sweet.
And you've got the cooling system that I like in there.
That's the new high flow pump with a low temperature thermostat and a Super 2 core radiator.
And the
all brand new, and brand new hoses, of course, everywhere.
Ignition system that so far has worked out pretty good. You just carried that over from the 850 into this one. So
yep.
I just, like I think you've heard me say a million times over the last week or so, you've been sending me pictures on this. I just don't have words. This is just gorgeous. And of course, the big thing now is going from that really tired 12 horsepower boat anchored, I keep using that term, 850 that's in there to this. This is not actually a 1275. This is a
1293.
1293, yeah.
1275 20 over.
Nice.
Yep.
Well, let's hear it, because that's just that's going to be that's got to be just like a totally different car now.
Oh yeah. This is not your old Humphrey 850.
The exhaust system on it, this is the same one that you put on my other car, only modified for a wagon, right?
Correct.
Wow. That's amazing. I mean, I don't have a before for this car running. I wish I did, because it looks like my old Humphrey, but it's not. This car is just mean now. I can actually drive this car. You know, before on the highway, there was no driving it on the highway. You were scared. You were going downhill at 60 maybe with the car screaming. 45 to 50 is where it was more comfortable. I can actually take this car to events and on runs now. But again, I can't get over just how beautiful that engine is. I mean, you did everything in that whole engine bay. You didn't just put in another engine. You made sure everything in there is proper, clean, and gorgeous.
With the magic wand, it's so much easier to drop the entire front subframe out of the car to swap the engine, because the tail shaft on the engine makes it really difficult to get the engine out of the engine bay. So it's much easier to drop the entire subframe out. So that allowed me to clean up the entire inside of the engine bay at the same time.
Wow.
And the subframe. The subframe got clean and repainted.
Yeah, we'll throw some pictures on that. That's what I like, is when you pull everything out, you don't just put it back in. You make sure everything is clean and pretty and proper. A-Series Northwest, folks, this is where to take your Mini. This is just amazing. Thank you so much, James.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I've had Humphrey, my little green Mini, for a little over a week now. I've done car shows at LeMay's, the Port Orchard High Joy Bowl Cruise-In. Today I'm getting set up for the Fathoms of Fun car show, again here in Port Orchard at the South Kitsap High School. Anyway, I've had Humphrey for a week. I don't have words to accurately describe the difference between wheezy, tired, 850cc, sparks flying out of the generator, alternator or generator not working right, burning oil coming out of the pipe. Humphrey, my little green Mini again, the way he was versus now with James Thompson over at A-Series, dumping in this 1293 with a mild cam, a great exhaust system, opening him up a little bit to breathe a little better. I could go on and on. Like I said, I'm stuttering here. I'm mumbling. I'm running out of words because, simply put, the car is just magnificent. If you ever feel like getting a classic Mini, if you have a classic Mini and you think this could be better, you got to go talk to James at A-Series. This car is amazing. It's the car I always wanted. No, it isn't. It's better than the car I always wanted. It exceeds all expectations. So, A-Series, thank you so much. Wow, I can't wait to take him on even more cruises and trips and fun little adventures. So night and day, man, night and day. All right, let's finish getting set up. I'm out here at the South Kitsap High School parking lot. No shade, it's gonna get hot today, woohoo. But again, it's all for the fun. I'm sure I'm gonna have the only car like it here. I always do. And again, this car's amazing. Thanks, James.